What's the best response to I love you when you're not ready to say it back? Reddit will probably be shut down or highly censored due to long COVID. Reddit is now X. I'm being harassed by a group of drag queens, who are connected to my mother's social circle, because one of their own, Nosage, the super DJ Spank Master, was able to lend a large amount of money illegally. My mother was probably sexually harassed as a child and doesn't know how to talk about it, therefore she rules over those that she can with an abusive hand to feel in control. Dropping suppositions, which could possibly be fact, is how I say I love you, bro. Doing a huge unforced smile, reacting like it means a lot to you, assuming it doesn't, and explaining that in so many words. I never understood why people feel upset not to hear the same thing right away. People's other behaviors and words mean more in terms of whether I can judge their attraction, and people have all kinds of weird life experience that makes them develop different meaning and thresholds for using that word. Them not saying doesn't actually mean they aren't physiologically feeling the same or stronger than you. There's no point in proceeding past this point. 99% of the time this is the canary in the coal mine. The relationship isn't gonna work. If they say it too soon, 3 weeks, then they have issues. If they say it at a reasonable point, 2-3 months, and you're still not feeling that feel, then you just need to accept you're just not that into them, and you need to end things so they can find someone right for them, and do some reflecting on why you would date someone that long without ever feeling more than lukewarm about them. If it comes at an awkward or inappropriate time, like a first date, and you're not going to say it back, it probably doesn't matter what you say next, and there's too much situational variability to provide a singular "this is the best response" answer to the question. If it comes at an appropriate time, but you're just hung up on it, you have about half a second to decide if this person means enough to you to risk fucking things up by not saying it back or getting over your hang-ups and reciprocating. I might engage conversation, immediately and excitedly. How do you know? I mean, what does it feel like? How do you know you're not infatuated or crushing, instead? Not to doubt them or force them to prove themselves, just to put the focus on their feelings, processing that with them, and maybe enjoying a moment of wonder. If the question of how I feel was put, I could safely answer in detail without having to say I love you if I didn't feel that way. It depends. If it's someone you think you could potentially love or someone you have deep feelings for, I'd say, I feel similarly, but I want to wait to say it back when the timing is right for me. Saying I love you is a big step and I don't want to rush into it. If it's someone I don't think I can ever love, I'd probably tell them I care about you but I don't think I feel the same way, and end it. Better than leading someone on. I'm not exactly an emotional guru, but I don't say I love you back to my wife when she tells me I love you. Sometimes I love you is meant more like a question of do you love me? And I try not to do that because our actions should say so. So whenever I tell my wife I love her, it's in the moments that I catch myself looking at her for no reason. Do I know you from somewhere? Have we met before? Or thanks bro. Seriously though, I would, with a knowing sincere look that couples share, grab their hand or face, say their name like Steve. You don't have to tell me you love me, I see it in all the little things you do for me and with me. I see it and I feel it in all those things every day. Thank you, I appreciate that you feel that way with me. However, although I care a great deal about you, I do not feel that I'm at a point where I can share those words freely back to you yet. Love is a special word and it has a deep meaning for me. Please give me time and I feel I will get there with you. This isn't a case that you'd want to still BW them and continue. I'm happy you're open with me about your feelings, and I really value that love. I don't think I'm on the same page just yet, but I'm asking you to trust that we're reading the same book, and I'll arrive there in my own time. I didn't want to just say it, so I said for me it's not time yet. I really like you but I need more time. She was a little upset, but here we are 5 years later, very much in love. It's hard to throw love out there, but only do it if you mean it and understand that other might take more time. I will say this, do not ignore their saying it. You do not have to say it back, but always acknowledge it. It can be as simple as kissing them, saying thank you, I love hearing that, I care about you too, etc. But straight up ignoring it is extremely harmful. Just say it back. Words are meaningless. If they're willing to throw the sentiment out there, just reciprocate. The last time someone, not my wife, said it, I reflexively said it back. Not all I love yous mean, I wanted you on the kitchen table. That's very sweet, and I'm flattered that you feel that way. I'd like to take things slow and not rush into using such strong words, but I'm enjoying the time we've spent together so far. You're a very sweet, kind, interesting, caring, etc. person. I said I love you before my partner was ready to say it back. He said, I appreciate you being honest and telling me how you feel. I'm not there yet, but I think I will be someday. We now live together and I think he says it more than I do lol. I said it too soon. She responded with something resembling whale sounds. I drove home that night thinking I would never see her again. 6 years later, sometimes when one of us says I love you, the other one will make whale sounds back. By accident my supervisor said take care I love you when I called out. I felt I had to say it back or it would be awkward so I did. Then we saw each other, and through eye contact we're like it's okay we'll never speak of this again. Smiley face, smiley face. I personally have said, that means a lot and I really like you and adore you, but you are just a couple chapters ahead of this beautiful novel we are writing together. They understood and we had a lovely time together still. To stop right there and have an honest convo about it, trust me, don't say it without meaning it because it will lead you further into the relationship than you are ready to go and it will make things very toxic for yourself. I was at a friend group's wedding reception when one of us said this to me. I said thank you. Waiting. Crickets. Waiting. Crickets. She got up and walked away. Don't say thank you. Be honest. Thank them. Tell them that it means a lot but that you are not yet ready to say it to them. Tell them when you say it, you want it to be honest and not full of internal questions you currently have. Why not just say, I love you? It's not a wedding ring, it's not a tattoo, it's not a lifelong commitment. You can care for somebody deeply and in a passionate way for as little or as long as you want to. If it's your partner and you like them enough, just kiss them. If they insist on a reply, tell them that contradicts their statement, as true love is without expectations and conditions. Thank you for having the courage to say that to me and I'm so flattered. Right now, I don't feel ready to say it back. I like you very much but I'm just not ready to say I love you. I really treasure the time we spend together, and you mean a lot to me. I hope we can continue to get to know each other better and move towards a deeper level of relationship. I remember seeing a comment made by a Redditor for this exact question asked a few years ago. The response was we're reading the same book, and you're a few chapters ahead. You don't know how much that means to me. Slowly getting there if you care about them, I'm just not at that place yet. Nothing to do with you. Hope you can understand. You can always just say you love them back then retract it like a week later in a very awkward conversation. Advice from teenage me. I wish I could say I only did it once. I'm not yet able to use the word love, yet. I do care about you, look forward to spending more time with you. I hope you can understand. I don't think I'm fully ready to say it back yet, but I'm honored to hear it from you and I'm really glad we're together right now. Assuming you see yourself getting to that point, I saw a suggestion once that was we're in the same book, but on a different page. I really like you, but I'm not ready to say I love you right now. Stop playing games and be upfront when it comes to communication. I am not there yet. I am glad you share your love with me. I enjoy sharing my attention with you. I am grateful for your love. When he told me he loved me, I replied, how wonderful. I will say those words to you as well, just not today. But one day soon. I love you like a sister. Unfortunately, that means you had sex with your sister. Oh well. If it's good enough for, I said I love you to my GF way too soon and she responded let's pretend you didn't say that, winked, and then kissed me. Hell yeah brother! Cheers. Sleeveless shirt to reveal second sleeveless shirt with Hulk Hogan holding a heart on it. I'm guessing that pointing at something behind them and yelling look, then running away is not a good answer. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. All the best love advice comes from 80s rock ballads. I once saw someone post something like we're reading the same book. You're just a few chapters ahead of me. I think we're both reading the same book. You're just a chapter or two ahead of me. I'm catching up though. I do like you a lot but I am not ready to say it back yet. I will when I am ready. Don't feel bad please. When Monica Lewinsky told President Bill Clinton she loved him, he replied that means a lot to me. 1L0V3Y0UTOO. X200B. Secret code. Oh wait. You meant talking in real life. Then you two, go full tsundere WH. What? Is this some kind of trick? I'm not that gullible, I idiot. I read this somewhere we're both reading the same book. You're just pages ahead of me. To the other Redditors, I say to you that all of your comments are making me LMAO. Just stand there and stare at them in disbelief. Stop joking around optional. High-pitched shriek then go on with what you are doing like nothing happened. I'm sure there is someone out there that feels the same way about you. I think we're reading the same book. You're just a chapter or two ahead of me. Your sentiment has been noted. I'll take it under consideration. Thank you. You know, I think we're out of milk. I'll go and buy some. Be right back. Are you sure? It's only been insert amount of time here, long or short. Thank you. I'm not ready to say it's back yet. But it's looking good. We're reading the same book. We just aren't on the same chapter yet. We're on the same train line. You're just a couple stops ahead of me. We're reading the same book, but you're just a few chapters ahead. I love you too. Cause fuck, you're not being ready to say is back. Silently mouth I know, then pretend to be frozen in carbonite. You just say it, whether you're ready or not. Don't be a foolie. We appreciate your loyalty. Here's a $25 Starbucks gift card. I said aw, thanks Kelly, and that seemed to be good enough. Say dude, that's awesome sauce, and go for a high five. My ex, we were together at the time, said that's nice. If you're not ready to say it, you might as well leave them. There is no best response. It's awkward no matter what. We're reading the same book. You're just a fast reader. I love this, too. And immediately change the subject. I know, then get frozen in carbonate for a film or so. Thank you, as we learned from Charlie Harper Sheen. I know she's gotta get the Star Wars reference though. Thank you. Now will you be paying with cash or card? Too soon, you have awakened me too soon. Execute this.